Alright, I started. So welcome to this update video, and we have Hurricane Odile, and there's been quite drastic change with it. The energy intensity, not the energy intensity, but I'll get to in a sec. The energy intensity has remained constant at 110. The Hurricane Hunter aircraft intercepted it today. I think this is my 9th time doing this, by the way, but let's get back to work. The Hurricane Hunter and the fire winds of and the blend of the estimate and flight level winds was supporting intensity of 110 knots. That, for the most part, was in line with the satellite estimates from SAB, TFB, and from the logarithm-based ADT, which has a tendency to be bullish, and probably in this case was, but for the most part, the intensity estimates did a pretty good job all in all. In addition to Odile, we have in addition to that, the big change was the rapid falling of the minimum central pressure, and that the Hurricane Hunters, that the satellite intensity estimates unit at pressure 941. This in reality was at a pressure of 922 as measured by the aircraft reconnaissance, and was falling at the time of left. And based on that, agency is now forecasting more intensification. On the pressure bit, this is, I believe, is the 9th most intense East Pacific hurricane on record. I could be wrong, maybe it's 8th. But I know it's in the top 10 now. Quite amazing. Wait. I believe this is the 8th. This is the 8th most intense East Pacific hurricane on record. And this is the 2nd strongest hurricane in September, to my knowledge. Only behind Hurricane Linda, which had a pressure of 9.2 millibars. Hurricane Marie, 3 weeks ago, this pretty much confirms that Hurricane Marie had a lower pressure in it, which I suspected, and was probably around 900 millibar area, and probably as both Marie and Odile were very large hurricanes, and large hurricanes tend to have a lower central pressure because the isobars are bigger, and when the isobars are bigger, the pressure is lower. There's more isobars. When there's more isobars, the central pressure goes tanks. And I also suspect since both Linda and Rico were slightly above average in size, they both won the 890s. So, but I don't want to deviate too off course. This is a very serious hurricane, and as the agency expects positions to pass just west of Todos Santos, Cabo San Lucas as a catchway for hurricane for a weekend tomorrow, just offshore, but close enough to interact with land and eventually dissipate west of the peninsula in about 5 days later this week, at midweek. Probably actually end up occurring sooner than that. With that said, since it's been so loud northeast wobbling extratropical, that hurricane will miss Baja completely, but actually enter the Gulf of California. I'm in between two extremes. And probably I expect the hurricane to hit later tonight or early tomorrow. The Cabo San Lucas, the Cabo San Lucas, Todos Santos, and San Jose del Cabo, near in that area, along the southern tip of the peninsula. It's a catchway for hurricane. The effects I've pretty much rehearsed in previous videos, so I'm not going to rehearse them again. The intensity has changed a bit. It's like, regardless, the system's like to be a very dangerous hurricane due to its large size. And it's only supposed to get larger with the idle replacement cycle, and the hurricane hunters, in fact, found a much larger wind field than expected, so, especially at flight levels, and with the flight level winds at the higher elevations, we could see ridiculous winds like you would see in a Category 5 hurricane, almost at that level. So the damage potential is pretty high for this hurricane. It could be the worst. I don't want to doomcast. This could be the worst hurricane to hit the peninsula since 1976. Anyhow, I will want to wrap this video up before I get disconnected. Bye!